Welcome to part 2 of our conversation on modern women versus traditional women. I'm Bishop Greg Davis, and our panel is back from our last episode. And listen, make sure that you like and share Bishop Greg Davis, When the Right One Comes, YouTube channel, and tell somebody about it. Every Monday night, 10 p.m., you can watch fresh content right from the groundbreaking studios of Detroit. Again, if you would like to donate to what we're doing, in right below, there's a page so that we can keep this going and donate to the studio. It's because of your donations that we were able to open this. We raised everything you see is paid for, but we want to expand and do more things. So make sure that you support, subscribe, become a patron, do all those things to help us do what we do. Back with me is Adele Kimbrough.
Yes.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you so much for allowing me on, Bishop. I think this is going to be a great, wonderful conversation.
It is. You know, we learned a lot from the last one.
I did.
Traditional women versus modern. We got a little bit of both sitting with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then back with us, of course, is Sade. Hey.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you
Happy to
back.
be here.
She owns a salon and
Yep.
business owner, entrepreneur. Karen, welcome back.
Hi. How are you?
Content creator,
Yes.
business boss, and all that stuff. We're glad to have you.
So why would we never talk about what I do?
I was
You want me
coming
to
back
bring
to
up
you.
what they do?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Go ahead. Tell me what you do. Go ahead.
A private jet consultant for Magellan Jets. So if you need a private jet, hit me up.
All right. That's it. That ain't all you do.
That's pretty much the basics. But I'm the president of a nonprofit called Prophetic World Group.
Okay.
Multi-million-dollar nonprofit.
All right. So I want to start somewhere else before we go into today's conversation. We off camera, we have a guest in the studio, and she was sharing. We asked about the last show. I really believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we are shaped by our experiences, the way we were raised. We think politically. Sometimes some people go astray.
Because I'm a Republican? Are you
Not
saying that
you're
because
Republican.
of...
I have Republican ideals, but it's who you support. We're not going to get into that.
Wow.
Panel.
Another panel, another show.
Wow.
But I believe that we're shaped, because it was said to me that, they like a man who's balanced, get out there and cut the grass, do those kind of things. And that's just, I believe if I make enough money, I can pay somebody to do that. I'm not handy like that. Some women like to look at a man do that. They get off watching a man. I think it's sexy watching my man do that.
Right.
But I think we're shaped. And I just say right off, that's just not me. And if that's that big of a deal, then I'm not the right one for that. What do y'all think about that?
I used to didn't know how to change a tire.
I know how to
But I
change
learned.
one. Yeah.
And then the handy stuff in the house, my best friend, Andrew.
I know how to wash dishes now.
He's,
yeah.
No, I'm talking about like fixing stuff in the house. He was like, yeah, the what you call the man that come fix stuff?
The maintenance guy.
Yeah, he like, the maintenance guy gonna be screwing your wife.
What?
This is the type of stuff he's joking, but he's saying you got to learn how to do this stuff so another man don't have to come to your house and do it.
Yeah.
He was being facetious, but that's
But if the
idea.
maintenance man can get it, anybody could have got it anyway.
True.
Ooh.
Right.
I
That's
think
true.
it's case by case scenario.
Yeah.
I
Some
think
women,
it's case
no,
by
let me
case
say this.
scenario.
Some women, the maintenance man, the garbage man, anybody can come in the house and it won't faze her because she only has eyes for her man. So she's for the streets already. Yeah.
I can be in love with a woman and still admire another woman's beauty.
I'm not saying that she won't say, "Oh, here's a nice backbone," and nothing like that, but she don't want him.
Right. It's
You
just
alluded to
admiration.
that. He said, "Don't let another man in there and fix because then he's gonna be doing your woman." I
Right.
disagree with that. Not if she's faithful.
Oh, yeah.
If she's gonna let the maintenance guy get it, she's gonna let anybody else get it too because she's not faithful.
Right.
Right.
But
He was being facetious though.
I know. But
Yeah.
I
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. But go ahead, Karen.
I think it's case by case scenario. It's just based on that particular couple's lifestyle. Like you were saying, you're busy. So the best thing for you to do would be to pay for someone to come and do the grass versus you going out to do it. I think, we would like to have those type of things. I would like to admire my man doing manly things around the house, but at the same time,
Does that mean he's manly?
if he's cutting the grass and doing those changing
Yeah,
tires.
that's just a thing for someone.
I mean, it's characteristic.
But does that mean he's manly? Because it's people that are not manly that cut the grass.
Yeah, but
You're right about
it's just a
that,
thing
but
they like.
it's a display of
I
masculine.
know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a
Because you don't like
display.
cutting grass.
No, I'm just saying. She said it's the manly part. Does that mean he's manly?
Well, no, it doesn't necessarily mean he's manly, but it's a characteristic of a.
You don't cut grass.
I cut my mom grass.
Oh, okay. I can cut grass. I cut grass when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yep.
My grandfather made me cut grass.
Really? Is that why you resent it now?
No, we
He
lived
said
in
he doesn't
Southfield.
have time to do
I just
it.
don't have
But
time.
we both live in penthouses, so we ain't got to cut no grass.
Yeah, I don't have to cut grass. No, but we have a friend by the name of Jordan, and he's like, who has to?
Jordan?
Yeah, Bishop Jordan.
Oh.
Prophet Jordan. He says that I can't be good at what I'm doing if I'm worried about those things.
I agree.
The man that's sitting behind you, Farrakhan, he said he don't even know what his bills look like. Because how can he talk for 5-6 hours and worry about bills and grass and all that stuff?
Right.
It's according to the man that you're with. If you like seeing him do that, then he may be taken away from making some money to give you the lifestyle that you enjoy.
Right.
Ain't nobody that busy.
Right. And
Cutting
that's why
grass
it's a
take
case-by-case
30 minutes.
scenario,
I am.
too.
You don't have a free 30 minutes
I don't.
in your entire week.
I don't.
That's mind blowing.
I really don't. And
30
know what?
minutes.
I have a housekeeper. I don't have time to do that. I don't because I'm set on doing what I'm doing. I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm that focused.
30
I don't want to.
minutes.
I don't want to.
You
And
don't want to, but that don't mean you don't have
And
30
I'm not
minutes.
going to make time for it. And I'm not going to make nobody make me feel I'm less than a man because of that.
And I also feel like as a woman, if that was my problem,
Nobody said you less of a man because you don't cut grass. It's just something you don't want to do.
If she wants to see me cut grass, then I'm not the man for her.
That's not. But you act like
I'm
it
not going
was
to take
said.
that. But see, that's where we mess up. We become somebody that we're not for somebody that we're going to keep on having to become somebody that we're not.
Nobody ever said that cutting grass was a
That's not
prerequisite.
who I am.
Nobody ever said it was a prerequisite.
Your guest just said that.
She didn't say it was a prerequisite.
She just said, I want to see it. She said, we got to have balance.
Yeah, but she didn't say that I'm not
Okay,
going to
for
date
some
him.
women, for some women it is. I know a woman that's on my clubhouse named Ruby. Hey, Ruby, because I know she's looking. She like, if my man don't take out the garbage, that's a deal breaker.
You don't take out garbage?
Yeah, I do take out garbage. Because who's going to take it out in my house? I ain't going to wait for my housekeeper to come once a week. I take out garbage. And I'm going to take it out if I have a woman. I believe, huh?
Can we ask a question?
Sure.
Were you saying that was a prerequisite for you? Were okay. It's just something you would prefer. It was just a
She
preference.
prefers it.
Yeah, just a preference.
So if he don't, it may be a deal breaker.
No, that's if it was a prerequisite, it would be a deal breaker. But if it's just a preference, it can be.
You live in a stone house where ain't no grass anyway, so you go cut your mama's because that's your mama.
Yeah.
But you pay for everything else.
Food and stuff and housekeeping. Yeah.
You show your chef. I don't have a chef.
Right.
Okay. Why you talking?
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying, it's kind of hypocritical.
How?
It is.
How is it hypocritical?
It is.
Because I have a chef.
Yeah, but you ragging on me because I don't want to cut grass.
Yeah, but
And I don't have okay, I may have the time, but I'm not going to take it because I could be doing something productive for my
prioritize
brand.
what's important.
I roll out content all day long. The man that cuts grass ain't rolling out nothing.
Oh, Bishop.
I
Don't speak
say-
down to the down on the line more. If you
I said
Look,
I
Jay-Z
said what I
ain't
said.
cutting grass.
Huh? Who?
Jay-Z not cutting grass.
Jay-Z ain't cutting nobody's
He don't
grass.
have time to.
I want to say live on this broadcast, I do not mind cutting grass. I'm
Okay.
not that busy.
Go ahead.
I ain't that busy.
Hit
cutting
him
no
in his
grass.
DMs.
Hit who in their DMs?
You. If you want a grass cutter, he's for hire. Yeah, he's a grass cutter.
Yes. I'm putting that in
grass
I'm putting that in my bio from now on. I am a professional
Sade, you
grass
haven't
cutter.
said nothing. Does it make a difference if your man cut grass or not?
It doesn't make me a difference. I would like to know if he can, if need be, if something were to happen.
Watch this.
and
Watch this. Watch
we
this.
can't
Watch
get
this.
a grass cutter. I
Watch
would like
this.
to know you can.
Watch this. I can.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like, oh, because he doesn't want to. It's like, what?
Right.
I
Yeah.
would,
It's just a-
throw him
yeah.
out.
I can
No.
probably iron a shirt better than y'all. My grandfather told me. I mean, I can do it, but that's not something. You disagree with what Bishop Jordan said, though.
About what?
He said that these people are necessary so that he can focus on what he needs to focus on, and that's the business.
That's his personal life. That's not
I'm
me.
asking you, do you agree or disagree?
That's the setup he has for his life.
Do you agree or
It's
disagree?
not for my life.
No.
I can cut grass. I can cut grass. 30. I'm my own boss. I wake up whenever I want to.
No, that don't mean no, and that's a misnomer. I hate when people say that. Just because you can wake up when you want to is irresponsible to wake up when you want to, because just because you're the boss, you don't just decide to wake up. She owns a salon, and I guarantee you it calls for her to wake up before she wants to. Just because you work for yourself, it don't mean.
If I
Matter
want
of
to
fact, you
sleep
work-
in all
no,
day,
I
I
don't.
can.
I'm sorry, I don't have that luxury.
I have not yet created a passive income yet that's going to support me, but maybe.
Yeah. While I'm asleep, I'm making money.
Yeah, no, you know.
Yeah.
You saying you haven't?
I have not, but even when I do, I feel like that doesn't mean the work stops,
Right.
right? Because every day that I don't, somebody is, and I can't be at work, right?
So you waking up every day 6 a.m.
No, I don't. I'm not a morning person, but I'm still working while you probably sleep at night.
Okay.
Now you have said yourself, I don't know how you do it, bitch, because I'm a workaholic.
Why is that?
Because that's what I love doing. I love to work. I have to come to the realization from a last relationship that I like all this. And whoever's going to be with me, we're going to grind together. We're going to enjoy life. But this is who I am. And I don't want them to change that. There will be an addition to it, and I will be addition to what they're doing. But we have to come to the place that we're honest with each other, that this is me. And if you don't want that, that's okay. And so many times I have changed and pulled back, and I was miserable and didn't even know I was miserable until they were gone. Woo!
Wow.
I'm gonna jump up on the table. That was good. I didn't, cause relationships are lessons.
They are.
Relationships are lessons. So we have to learn the lesson from each experience.
Right. I agree.
So that's what I learned.
So if you don't have 30 minutes to cut
I'll be
grass,
back on this 30 minutes to cut the
when
grass.
do you have time for your woman if you're busy every minute of the
I'm gonna
day?
make time for her.
More time for her. He ain't cutting the
I'm gonna make
grass.
time for her. That's why that's the point. That is the point.
You can't cut grass so you can spend time with the woman?
Absolutely. So we can be out while somebody cutting the grass. Babe, I'm ready to go out. Okay, go ahead. Sade, will you finish with your point? You don't mind. You
What?
want to know he can. That was the point.
Yeah, I want to know if he can,
Okay.
but it's not required.
Okay. So here we go. Let's start with the fun stuff. Women say that they bring that they bring things to the table. All right. Is it okay for a man to ask, what do you bring to the table? Is it okay, ladies?
I think it's okay for him to ask me anything. Now, are you asking, when he asked me this question, if I think it's appropriate? Is that what you're asking? If I think that's appropriate, an appropriate question?
Yeah, is that an appropriate question?
I think it's fair, but I don't think it's an appropriate question.
Why it's not appropriate?
Because to ask me what I bring to the table means that for us to thrive, I need to bring something. And that
Don't
doesn't
you?
sit well with me.
Don't you?
That's crazy.
Of course.
This is how women think
But
in
I
our
need to
generation.
know that by yourself, you have your
You
table,
have a table
established.
already set.
Yes.
So you want to go to a table that's already established,
Only. Correct.
and you'll bring
What if I get sick? What can you do?
And so that's very vague because we're jumping now from the foundation to if I can nurture you.
You said if you just said that you ask if a guy, you don't want a guy to ask you what you bring to the
She
table.
comes with it just so straight
Yes.
face,
Right.
cutting.
Yeah.
The quiet storm.
So you
Okay.
said you don't want a guy to ask you what you bring to the table. Like that's just a regular question. What do you bring to the table? What attributes, what qualities do you bring to the table?
Correct.
So
What's your question?
why wouldn't you want to ask
I
that?
just love her.
I don't mind him asking that.
And why wouldn't you wanna
That's
answer
why I
that?
established that the question is fair.
I
It's fair
love
enough
it.
to ask the question. I don't think it's appropriate.
So why is it not appropriate?
Because I want to know that you have your table established, and you want
What do my table got to do with your table?
your table is the foundation. If you're going to be the leader and the head of my household,
So
Your
you
table
believe
don't
in
matter at all.
50-50?
No,
Because that's what it sounds like.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Because I'm the 50 against 50-50 guy.
Okay.
All my videos is and
but he
so
definitely sounds like 50.
you do sound like 50-50 when you
I'm
talk about
saying
what
on
is
the
her.
mic, I'm not 50-50. I'm
But
going
you're
to take care of all
saying,
of the
but
bills.
the question that you were asking, then if you pay all the bills, then what are you worried about her table?
That's how I feel.
Does she have management skills? Does she have a degree?
Then ask her that.
That's asking what you bring to the table.
But when you ask it vague like that, it sounds like you're asking what is she bringing to add to your bag.
Yeah. So it's like, Steve Harvey said this. He said, I'm sick of these guys asking what a woman brings to the table. She could bring another you to the table. So all she need to be able to do
And
is have
guess
a
what?
kid.
And guess what?
That's a requirement.
You ready?
No. Is
Because
that
we
the
haven't
requirement?
discussed this. I'm getting
All she need to be able to do is have a
you
kid in order
say
to be my
all.
wife.
That's not just
You
no,
say
hold
all.
it. Go no, please, because I know where you're going. No, go.
no.
Because it's probably more
Because
for you.
you said
to
it's
go 'cause you're a
inappropriate
woman.
if I ask if you got a table. What you bring
make
to the
it sound
table?
like.
It's the emphasis
Did you hear
on
what you just
all.
said? Did you?
Yeah, did you?
Did you hear what you just said?
I said it out of my mouth. I said
You're
it.
saying to her. That's all. Like bearing a child
Yeah,
for 9
it's-
months
it's a
with the
minimum.
pain she goes through, her face changes, her feet is swelling, her belly is big, and you can't do none of that.
Every woman and man that's
So is
accounted
that all
for.
she's supposed to be able to do?
You're saying it like it's nothing.
No, I'm not saying it like it's
He's
nothing.
saying like he could do it.
No, I can't
you
do
can't.
it. Biologically, I can't do it.
Okay, then
Sound like you
she
can
can
bring
do
the baby
something
to the
that you
table.
can't do, so she bringing hella lot to the table than you are.
So is that the only thing a woman needs to be able to do? to
If
date
it
you?
is, that's more than what you can do. You
Right.
can't do it.
Which is in addition
I
to the table.
100% disagree.
You can't. When can you do it? Unless you're gonna
no.
go artificial inseminate somebody.
I'm not talking about having a kid.
You playing like that's nothing.
I never said it was nothing. Y'all
But the
are
way you
y'all
just
the ones
said
running
it,
with that.
You said
not me.
No,
You
it's
say
the
you
way
can
you
never
said
have
it.
kids.
Condescending, like that's all you can
No,
bring
that's
to
the way you
table.
perceived it.
So
First of all, I agree with Steve Harvey, and I agree with her because I'm already gonna have the table set.
Table set.
And
yeah.
she's going to come in and help, is what I think you're trying to say,
Maintain.
and help manage the table.
yes.
That's all I need. Even if she don't have the skills to do what it is that I do, and all she do is encourage me, baby, and say you can do it, you got this, go ahead and get them, and whatever. Let's just use her.
And
for
women
instance.
love this because
If
you
she-
feeding into this. You feeding into this that they don't need to have anything else but
I'm
have
not
a kid.
feeding into that
No,
Kevin
women love
Samuels
this.
bull crap.
This not Kevin Samuels bull crap.
Oh, okay, because
Because
that's what you
I
come with.
asked what a woman bring to the table.
Yeah, but
No.
y'all,
Asking-
because because y'all think that a woman's just after a high value man for what he has.
Right.
That
That is what they think.
in this case, women that already have stuff, it is a plus because she's bringing something already, her skill set of knowing how to start a business. So if I had a woman and I didn't have to hire women to help me do this, because women just about did this
So
whole
go
thing.
find your next girlfriend at McDonald's then.
That's not what we're saying. You going?
That is what you're saying.
No,
All she
no.
got to do is be able to have a kid. That's it.
No.
No.
That's
I
what you're
think
saying.
it's a
Go ahead,
support
Karen.
aspect, though. I mean, in my opinion, when I'm asked what I bring to the table, in my opinion, I bring the legs to the table. I support whatever it is that he has. Like women multiply. That's what we do. We add to things that already
Can we
exist.
add something to that? Some women,
Yeah, some women.
Okay.
And in all due respect, some women.
because some can tear it down.
Some can tear it down.
Okay.
Well, let me just speak for me. My mind is to multiply, to add to what you have. So when it's a question of what I bring to the table, whatever you have on the table, my goal is to multiply that. So in my opinion, I bring the legs to the table. I'm what helps the table stand up. I'm going to provide the support piece. I want to make this man's home, his house, a home. If he's a hardworking man or whatever it is, I want to multiply to what he has, and then we have a bigger table from there.
Do you feel? See, not there's a little. I talk about this on Clubhouse. Y'all don't watch me on Clubhouse every day at 3:00. Listen to the conversation. We talk about this because there are some women, Karen, that believe that we can't do anything unless there is a woman there to do it.
Absolutely not. I don't believe
Okay, good.
that.
But how
men
you the
are
legs to
only
the table again? What do you bring to the table?
Because see, that's tricky. Because what if the table's already built?
Yeah, because if
Even
the table is already built.
Even if the table is already built.
Wait, can I build a
still-
scenario for you before you answer?
Give me a scenario.
Me.
Okay. Yes, you. Let's.
I
use
make
you.
6 figures a year. I am stable in my finances. I have all of that in order. I'm not crazy. And I have a therapist I talk to. I have pretty much everything going good for me. And we're dating 6 months, 7 months. And I say, so what do you bring to the table, that could possibly help? What would be your response?
My response would be, I would be a helpmate for you. I believe that's what Eve was to Adam, right? She was a helpmate. So I feel like in a woman's place, she would.
I mean, she did give him the fruit too, but
okay, you gonna chill on Eve.
Which is why some women do tear down. Like
Yeah,
said.
they do. They do. But I feel like most women, their mindset is to add to whatever this man has on the table. For example, if I could just use Beyonce and Jay-Z, right?
That might not be a good example.
No, why not?
Come to Mike. That may
Why
not be
not?
a good
but
example.
we asked you. I asked you.
No, I want to hear a
Oh, okay.
philosophy because many people think that. I actually think I don't know them.
Okay.
It's just what from looking just like you are. I actually think that he's the brains behind the creative side.
I think they both collectively add to it. I mean, and
Nope.
it's the
She's saying that-
epitome.
no, I don't. That they always want to make the one. No,
No, but it's the epitome of when you have two great people that come together and they create a masterpiece. In my opinion, that's the epitome of it. Beyonce and Jay-Z, I think they are each other's equal. So
no,
when you
I don't.
don't
no,
think so,
no,
what do you think?
No, I think she's a voice. I think she's the show. But I think the creativity and all that you hear, even the tour, I can look at him as he's standing at the tour, looking like I know what's going next because I did this stuff. I promise you, I don't. And Sade, you shaking your head.
I agree.
You think that he's the brains behind it?
I agree for sure. I think that's a very good point. I didn't know that you noticed that. I thought that was something that just I noticed. Even with us seeing like how much support he was given at all the shows, right? I think it was, like you said, him more so observing his vision coming together. I feel like even certain lyrics, like especially like in their songs, I can tell when Jay wrote something for her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that she's definitely a piece of his whole puzzle, but he's the head and she lets him lead.
And I think that's what partnership is all about, though.
For sure.
Adding your pros with each other. Ultimately, when we have a table, if we're two great people, we're gonna influence and inspire one another. I mean, eventually, this table is gonna overflow if you get with someone who has like-minded goals. So even if she is,
I don't think you're the what did you say? You're the
Legs.
I don't
so
think
you
you're
never
legs.
explained that. How are you the legs? What is the difference between you
because
and
I already
every?
got a foundation. The legs hold it up. I already got that. See,
But-
that's unless you're
Well-
getting with a guy that don't have anything and you need to be those legs. For me, and even knowing Adele, he got legs already. He don't need legs.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what's the difference between you and every other woman?
Well, I'm me. First of all, that's
Right.
my
But
first.
but what? Explain that in words. How you are
Yes.
different from any other woman I could choose.
So again, my mindset would be to multiply what you have. I can't speak for the next woman, so I can't speak to her mindset. But me, if I see a man with a vision, I'm adding to that vision, and I would hope he would do the same for me.
So that's what separates you from all women because you're gonna add to his vision.
Yes, it does. It does. I can't speak for the next woman. I don't know what their intentions are.
How are you adding?
I'm providing support. I'm making his house a home. If we have kids,
You like this studio?
I love this studio.
You love the studio.
do,
You came for the opening, right?
I did.
Y'all love it?
I do. I love it.
I was not dating it when I thought of it. I was in a relationship, but
Okay.
it never got. And Adele knows to none of this. It was still no, and we in the midst of it, we broke up. Okay. So what you see is me, but because I didn't have anybody, I hired ladies to help me.
See what a woman
So I
can
can
do.
still, yeah, but I didn't have to be in bed with
That
her.
wasn't a relationship. Jay-Z chose Beyonce because she had her own table already.
I think
So
had
he didn't need
I think she
legs.
had great pieces to bring to the table.
Yeah.
No, she had her own table before they even met. So he didn't need legs. He already had his own table.
Okay. But even if he has his own
That was
table,
good. I can't argue with that. You all have your own table though. See, y'all
Right.
talking from y'all have your own table,
Correct.
both of you. So for somebody to ask you that, which is the reason I want to ask you, Shadi, why do you have a problem? You said you don't think it's appropriate because you can answer the question. Both of y'all can answer the question adequately. So why I'm just interested for the sake of everybody. Why would you
Yeah,
be
of
intimidated
course.
by that?
I'm not intimidated. I just said I don't think it's fair because when I'm answering this question, I'm thinking of it in the space of if my man were to genuinely ask me this question, he's not asking me this on the first date, right? I think it's more so once we're established, like, okay, us coming together as a unit now. And if you have to ask me that question, then I must have not presented myself to you in the space of you knowing already what I bring to the table, right? So that's what I say.
But it's
Because-
not fair at all
Go
because
ahead.
the women, y'all can do things that men can't. Y'all can say
Vice
things in the
versa.
media that men can't. We would
Vice
be
versa.
canceled. For example, Jada Pinkett Smith sleeping with, what's her son name? Jaden?
August.
Jaden.
August.
Yeah, August
Okay.
Alsina.
Yeah.
That was her son's friend.
Okay.
If that would have been reversed and Will Smith slept with one of Willow's friends, do you know how many names they would have called him?
But
They
similar,
laughed. Oh, it was just an entanglement.
but
It was just an
similar-
entanglement.
Similar to a man being acceptable for having a body count of 35 and a woman having a body count of 35. Those are like day and night. You
It
know,
is.
there's some things that are fair for men and vice versa, right?
I don't agree with that. That's different. I'm talking about in the social
Double
world.
standards.
I'm talking about in the
You're
social
double
world.
standards.
But I'm just
No,
saying
I'm talking about in the
there-
social world.
But there are several double standards, right? And you saying that's a double standard.
No, what I'm talking about in the social world.
But are you saying that's
How-
a double standard?
Sukihana can twerk on a 10-year-old, but then when the guy kisses her on the cheek, social media
the
is
standard for that is not accepted, but the
is-
standard for her to do it is.
huh?
The standard for her to do it
Is accepted, but the standard for the man
So that would make it
is
a
is not.
double standard.
Yeah,
right?
but I was talking about socially. It sounded like you were talking more personal.
personal.
Why do you talk about personal?
It sounded like you were talking like more personal than social.
Okay.
So you think that there's a social double standard?
Correct. Women can say it, I don't want no scrub. And then the guy say, I don't want to date a woman that had kids. And they're like, oh, yeah, idiot.
Well, no, it's based
Okay.
on his preference. you know?
Let's go with that.
I got to have the money.
Let's go
But-
with that. I just saw a video and we did it on Clubhouse 3:00. Y'all, we be having some discussion. Young guy got on there and said it was like a little parody. He was talking to a girl, looked like they were on FaceTime. He said, "Hey, you got kids?" And she said, "Yes, I have one." He clicked off, and he said this. He said, "I don't want a woman that somebody's been inside of her already."
What's up?
Huh?
He want a virgin?
Wait. He
So he
want a
wants a
virgin?
virgin?
He don't want a woman that somebody. This is what he said. But then that's the double standard because clearly the way he looked, he had been inside of many people.
He want a virgin?
He
Is what
didn't say that. I'm just telling. I don't know what he want. I'm just telling you what. That's the double standard, and I believe a lot of men are like that. It's okay for you to have, going back to this body count thing, all these people, but when a woman tells you she's been with more than one, it's okay for even a man to have babies, be a baby daddy, but you don't want somebody that's a baby mama. She's right. It's double
It's
standards.
double standards, yeah.
It all just really come down to preference at the end of the day, honestly.
So okay, let's go there. We're switching since you wanted to go here.
Okay.
You don't have any kids, right? That we know of.
0. No, I have none. Known or not known. I have 0 kids.
You don't have any kids, right?
0 kids.
Okay. Would you be with a woman that has kids?
No. I
Modern
don't see it.
tradition. You would not.
No.
So if a woman has kids, you would miss out on a great woman.
Yes, because there's other great women with no kids.
She can cook and do everything you want.
Great. There's other great women that can cook with no kids.
Okay. Would you ladies date men that have kids?
Yeah, I have a child. So I can't necessarily tell him, say I'm not going to date a man with kids.
Okay.
I have no kids, and I would date someone with kids.
Preference.
But you would not.
0 chance.
Don't care how good.
Why wouldn't you? I'm just curious to
Come
know.
on, help,
Look, I'm
help.
just curious to know.
I'm just sitting here looking like,
Yeah, I'm curious to know. Why wouldn't you date a woman with kids? And again, I understand his preference. I just wanted you to expand on it.
but
for
you'll
me.
waste the time of a woman that have kids and go out with her.
No, I haven't done that.
You've never went out with a woman that have kids.
It
It
wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
The world is watching.
So you
I'm
don't
saying-
They're
smile.
gonna be on the timeline talking about, yes, she
didn't
did because
ask.
she was out with me.
And that's gonna be a lie from the pit of hell.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't I? So I guess psychologically, I just look at it like, when I meet a woman, I ask her, okay, what do you do? Okay, all right, great. You got any crazy exes? You got crazy exes? I've been out on a date with a young lady, and she didn't tell me she had a crazy ex, and luckily it didn't go that far, but he popped up on her, and somehow he had her location on the phone. That could have been dangerous. I could have lost my life. So I ask questions like that, but with the kid thing, if the father is still present, they're always going to be in communication, and I just would not prefer that. And that kid is always going to be first in her life if we're dating. Well, would that be correct, that your kid would come
yeah.
before me if we were dating?
Absolutely.
And so that's just not something that
That's
I would
a
like
problem.
to. Her kid,
Coming first.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I just would prefer.
Look, my dog's
not-
gonna come before too.
Your
My-
dogs?
Yeah, he's also gonna come before.
A dog is gonna become before.
Well, that might be why
My
she's
dog
single.
is just like my child, but
Oh, did you hear what he said? That might be why you're single.
is that what you said?
That's what he said.
Ooh.
If a dog gonna come before the person you dating,
Yeah, this is
that's
like my
powerful.
child. Again, it's based on preference.
That's crazy though. A dog?
So when
Yeah.
you say
Hey, a dog is crazy. You got a dog?
Listen,
no, I don't.
Oh.
I want a dog.
I
Go
got a
ahead.
dog. And
Would
my
he
dog-
come before the man?
No,
Okay, go
A
ahead.
dog?
Sean.
An animal?
yeah.
You serious?
my dog would not come before my
I'm
man
done.
in the sense of,
My
let's
man, my
say that we have a spontaneous vacation in 2 days.
You
My
joking.
dog
She
gonna have to
joking.
figure it out for that day. If I can't find a sitter, I'm gonna have to set it up the best way I can. But I'm out.
If you got a
I'm
cat,
not
the cat can
gonna-
feed itself.
Right.
I'm not gonna.
I'm just stuck over this. Your
You
dog.
put an animal before.
So that's why you.
So maybe you just need to just get a whole bunch of dogs
No.
and like start out like a dog pound.
So that's why you won't date
Dog
women with
pound.
you won't date women with children because you want to come first.
You
I
wanna
need
come first.
all your attention, undivided.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
News flash.
Talk to me.
And she don't have any children, but you would identify with this. You may be able to have that preference right now,
Right.
but
later
when they have the baby, you will not come first.
What you talking about?
To your own
Our
child.
kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. Our kid. That's fine.
So you can come second to your child, but not
Yes,
anyone
not
else's.
another person
Okay.
child.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not gonna say
Again,
no,
it's
no, no,
based
no.
on preference.
He ain't
so-
he already you was with him, y'all had that kid. Okay, that's
That-
great
that
for y'all. Y'all had that kid. That don't have nothing
That
to do with
kid.
me. You had a kid. That kid, I have no relationship with that
Oh
kid.
my God.
And I know great men that have stepped in as stepdads and raised a child that was
Yes.
that those are strong men. I ain't that strong.
I have two. I don't call them. You know Erica, my daughter. You know Derek. You
They're
know
strong men. Kudos
I'm a
to
strong.
them.
No, I'm saying I raised two. Yeah,
Kudos to you.
yeah. And
Cause she gonna be number one on my list. She coming before my family.
you know what I just hope for you?
What you hope for me, Bishop?
That you don't have a child before you get married.
I'm not having a child before I get married.
I'm just saying. I just hope that.
I'm not having a child.
Don't we
before I
hope
get married.
that?
Yes.
We do.
I'm not
Because
having
you
a child.
because then you'll have to change that.
Yeah.
I'm not having a child before I get married.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I'm waiting until marriage to have
Put a
sex.
coat on it. All right.
Look, that's a whole nother topic in itself.
Yeah, we got to come back.
Waiting for marriage. To have
So
sex.
so we're gonna go here. I don't know how much on time. Ray, send me my time. But let me ask you this: traditional. This is what this is all about. Versus what modern.
Modern women. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of modern women who, when they get married, don't want to say to love and obey.
I've been seeing that.
They take obey. And I think when you take obey out, you take submission out.
True.
Woo.
That's true.
When you, so if a woman came to you and say, I'm not saying that obey stuff, because you come from a background of that, what would you?
First off, I'm submitted to God. And God is the final authority in my life. So if I'm submitted to God as the head of the household, she should not have a problem submitting to me as I follow God.
Say it again.
I am submitted to God. So if she's my wife, she should not have a problem submitting to me because I am submitted to God.
Okay.
So if she can't say that, then that's a deal breaker. If you can't say to love and obey, you got to obey your employer at work when they tell you to do something, but you can't obey the person that you're spending. And I got to obey things that she say to me as well.
So you think that goes both ways?
Yes.
Submission goes both ways?
Submission does go both ways.
So you would submit?
I will submit.
Because I actually agree with that. Submitting, it says submitting one to another.
Correct.
We leave that out.
Correct, right.
So if a woman won't say obey in the marriage, that's a deal breaker?
That's a big 100% million times a year deal breaker.
And it
Can't do it.
It should be, because I mean, submission, it does kind of come with marriage in a sense as well. So I feel like if they don't have the intent to be submissive, the marriage probably wouldn't work anyway.
So you okay with submission?
I'm okay with submission.
What does that mean to you?
That means allowing my man to lead me.
My man. She said exactly like my man, my man.
My man, my man, my man. Allowing him to lead me, being open to his leadership. So that's.
But you're more submitted to your dog.
That was a joke, Adele.
No, you was
now it's a joke.
Now it's a joke.
Karen, don't pull up on
you
it.
was dead serious.
Lean in.
You was
don't,
dead
don't
serious,
let him
friend.
intimidate you.
Okay.
Don't
But
do that,
no.
friend.
Submission, that basically allowing my man to lead me, outside of my child and my dog. So
y'all, ladies,
yes.
thank you for saying that. Do you submit to him because he's a man?
No.
Or do you submit to him because he's worthy of submission?
Because he's worthy of submission. Because every man is not submission worthy of submission.
So you submit to him not because he wears the pants.
No, because of the man that he is.
So before you marry him, you have to make sure.
Right, that he's a submissive, worthy type guy. Because again, it's a lot of men out here who I would not allow to lead me to that door right there. But a certain type of man could definitely lead me. But I have to know that he's that type of man first.
Did you grow up with your father in your life?
I grew up with my father. My father is my favorite person in the whole wide world.
You did too?
Y'all got some tension?
Yeah, right?
No, it's no tension. I'm
Is
just
this across from me?
no. I just noticed the perception is usually different when people grow up in
It's
a
experience.
in a
It's not
two-parent household.
It is. It is.
With good family,
Yes.
mom and dad together.
Yeah. You're trying to
And
pull
so
up
what was your question?
I was asking about if you got married, would you say those words to love and obey?
Yes.
They're taking. So y'all are really traditional women
Yes.
in that sense.
Somewhere deep down.
Deep down.
Ooh.
Somewhere deep down.
So what is submission to you?
That's a good question.
I
Submission
I've
to me
been
is
doing
to trust my man to lead. So if he says stop, and I don't understand why he's asking me to stop, I'm going to stop because I trust that
Ooh,
whatever he's telling me to stop
that's
for
traditional
is
woman.
something that he sees for our best, for the best, our best favor.
Because
right?
women are saying now, I'm gonna ask you why. I'm gonna ask you why you told me to stop.
Yeah, no,
That's not true submission.
that's not true. That's not submitting.
If I'm ask you,
Correct. Because that
That's
second that
good.
you asked me
That's
was the
actually
second that we
really
needed
good.
that's
you to
really
stop.
good.
Wow.
That's really good.
That's powerful.
So you got to make
That's
sure
powerful.
that who's leading you is not leading you blindly, because you can all
Exactly.
go.
Which is
Right.
why you have to make sure they're worthy of submission.
That was so good.
Yeah, that's really good.
That was so
That
good.
1 second of questioning could have been the 1 second we needed. Right?
Right. Okay, so Adele,
Yes.
the submission piece. I want to ask you the same thing as Karen. Does that mean that she just submits to you because you're a man? Do you believe in the worthy part?
Got to be worthy. You can't be an idiot.
Right.
You know, I see women follow idiots all the time, and I just be like, wow, that's really sad. This guy's a criminal, and you love this guy so much. And they go into that store and cash that check for me. They be doing it. Fraud, all of that.
So, and we're closing a couple minutes. I saw a post. I bump heads with people because I hold them accountable. I'm not a yes man. If that stuff is not right, it's not right. Let's put that in the context of a man and a woman. If you're submissive, is there a way that you say to your man, I just don't think this is a good decision? You're not a yes woman.
Of course.
But it's a way to say it.
It's a way to say it. Yeah.
It's not a dictatorship.
Right.
I don't want no woman that's a robot.
I don't either.
Right.
I
And
want you to
see, with
speak your
me, my approach would be a bit different. See, I'm submissive, but I'm gonna ask questions. So I'm gonna be the one to, I may question.
What if he just say,
as to,
trust me, baby, on this?
Okay, I can trust you, but you may need to expand on it a little bit more for me.
What if you don't
I see
want to?
something coming out.
That's not submission.
That's not submission.
It's submission, but I also need a
it's
few
this thing
questions
you did. Yeah,
answered.
but yeah.
So do you have a have you ever dated someone like really heavy in the church?
No,
Okay, so
not really heavy
so
in the church. No.
Men that are in the church that have spiritual gifts, God speaks to us sometimes.
Okay.
And so let's say you were going out on a date with your friend to some club and he felt something like something dangerous is going to happen at that club. Hey,
Okay.
Karen, can you not go out tonight? Can you just stay in with me? And you would say, well, why I got to stay in with you?
Well, yeah. What's going on? Why?
No, well, then, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
See,
submission then.
Yeah, that's not submission.
Well, it's submission still
Submission
with me
sometimes
asking
come blind.
just a
blind.
few blind submission. Okay, so
So
maybe
in some cases, not in
some
all cases.
Okay.
But here's the problem though, Bishop.
Yeah,
If her boss at her job asks her to do something, she not going to question you.
I'm gonna question him too.
You going to question
I'ma
your
question it
supervisor?
because I'm a human being and I'm inquisitive.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna if I
dated
have
something
to
like
question. Well, I'm just saying if I have to question. I mean, not to say I won't do what you're asking me to do, but if it doesn't sit right with me, I'm
So
going
your boss
to
say, hey, I need that
present-
30-page report by Monday. You going to say why?
I may not ask why, but I may ask what time on Monday. Are we talking maybe 6 p.m. or 9 a.m.? I
That's
mean,
different.
I'm saying I'm a human being. I'm inquisitive, so I'm going to submit, but I'm also one who will ask a few
Submit
questions.
with
question. Yeah.
with a rider with it. Yeah, submit only.
And
if,
and again, it's not
what if
to
you don't
say
like it?
if I
What you
don't
don't like
like
the
it.
answers?
Yeah, because it sounds like if you don't like the answer, you're going to still do what you want to do. That's
You
not
just
submission.
you have to position it a certain way.
We have
for
to
me.
convince you. Yes, I
You
don't
may
have
have to
submission.
convince
I don't have
me.
time for that. That's not
You know,
submission.
okay, you're not going to answer the questions for me. If I
Because
have 'em.
because as he said, and I don't want to get too deep and spiritual, but because we are who we are, and I don't put a lot of that in it, but because we are who we are, then there are times that I can't tell you why, but I just hear. Like with this studio, I keep using this. If I was with the wrong woman, she'd like, how you didn't do that? You know, I have a Toro business. I have a fleet of cars that I rent out. I don't want anybody saying, why you buying another car? You just got to trust me based on the track record.
Okay.
There comes a time that there's a track record where you see that this person is successful.
Right.
Now, a man who really wants a partner and not just a yes woman,
Right. Would
he's
be
gonna
open.
also he's gonna no
Yeah.
he's not you're not even gonna have to ask him because he's gonna explain enough. Am I right?
Correct.
Yeah.
He's gonna explain enough. So and then he's gonna also say, "Baby, what you think about this?"
Right. And that's
Because
more,
y'all have an intuition that we
right.
don't have.
Right.
But Bishop, that's scary to me.
That's scary to me
It's
too.
scary to me
That I
because
would ask
if
a
we out in
question.
public and I see something and I see something dangerous about to happen and I'm saying, let's go. You asking me questions? It's crazy.
Because we dead.
And that's
We're dead.
Go ahead. Try to
And that's come with maturity. I'm not saying that you aren't mature. I'm saying that I had to get to where I was, to just say like how I said, stop means stop. Not stop, wait, what you mean? Are we sure right now? Then when? Tomorrow? And that's only from the wisdom that I've collected from my clients, honestly. With the business that I'm in, I've taken advantage of who sits in my chair. And I will say that I've gotten a lot of wisdom from, women of all backgrounds, single, married, a lot of kids, single mothers, widowed. So I thank God that I've even been able to get that wisdom because I wasn't always here. But I will say that with men, because they are so black and white, I've realized that that's where we come in as women. We're complex individuals. So it's like we want all the logistics.
Right.
Men gonna get to that later.
Right.
And that's what I've learned to trust. Like,
You got
they
to.
Can I add
just are
something to
very
that?
on the surface, and you have to understand that we add the depth to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I add something to that? With you, Karen?
Yeah.
It's not to say that when we get in private, I couldn't say no. I couldn't explain it then, but I saw
Right.
this guy and he had a gun in his thing. I was just trying to get you out the way, so we didn't have time to do the questions.
Right.
Like when we get in private, we can have a conversation. But in that moment, I feel like if you trust me and you know I have your best interests at heart,
Right.
why not listen to me?
All right, y'all. Y'all got to come back. Y'all gonna be
Absolutely.
regulars here on When the Right One. This was fire.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Subscribe and like, share this show. You learned a lot. We don't know it all, but you find your voice among one of these women, one of these men.
Yeah.
Adele,
didn't
thank
do
you.
nothing.
Thank you, Adele, because Adele co-produced this with me. You can actually be called the co-producer of this.
Wow. Wow. I'm
That's
so
all I
honored.
taught you at work.
Wow. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
And he was on time. We're not going to tell you that who was late. That's another show.
We should take a poll and ask them, who do they think was late? Me,
Who do y'all think
her,
was late?
her, or
Who-
Bishop?
from listening, huh? Again, thank all of you. Make sure that you donate. There's donation buttons down there to donate. You help us to keep coming. You help the studio keep going. We're open, but we got to keep going. It is from your donations that we help do that. Become a patron, do all that. Adele, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at AJKIMB.
And my Instagram is Sade X Simone, ShadeXSamone. And my hair page is the Wig Closet X. If you need your hair done, need you to get you a new wig, I am the girl, okay? The Wig Closet X.
I am Karen Hollywood, KARYN Hollywood. You can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook.
Hollywood.
You include the underscores.
Thank you, Adele. _ Karen Hollywood _ Thank
And,
you.
and we have a sponsor for these two programs, and it is, what is it?
Pending Millionaire Collection.
Pending Millionaire
I like
Collection.
that.
Pending Millionaire. I have several of these. Pending Millionaire Collection, and that's your business partner.
Yes, Michael Warner created this business, and it's the affordable athletic wear and everything.
Affordable.
It's affordable. It's very affordable.
Like affordable.
Can you hold it up for me, Bishop?
Yeah.
Pending
You gonna do that
Millionaire.
right on here?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Ray, you know better than that. You did TV all these. So listen, go. What's his Instagram? Pending Millionaire.
Yep, Pending Millionaire.
Pending Millionaire Collection. Go get
Yep.
it, y'all. Hey, follow me everywhere at Bishop Greg Davis, at Bishop Greg Davis, all social media. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned every Monday, 10 p.m. We out. Peace.